Okay, this is the Earthsave cooking class for May 8th, 2010. And we're basically going to take tons of greens that are in our gardens and need to densify it so that we can actually eat a lot of this food. So the first thing that I'm going to do is cut up and put into a saucepan the radish greens that I got from my garden just a few minutes ago. So basically what I will do would be to take a sharp knife and a cutting board and the greens. And as you can see, I have it in my left hand like this, and I chop it like this. That's been taken care of. Now, as you can see, over here we got some a boiling pan of water, so we're going to braise this. That's pretty much on its way. It looks big now, but in a few minutes that will be reduced down to a very low volume, and that's why we're going to cut up some more. So I'm going to go cut up some more. So I'll take a big chunk and just cut it into about 3/4 of an inch width. This is not glamorous. This is a way to reduce the volume quickly, because we need to get this into our stomachs as easily as possible, because this is the excellent nutrition, but we need to manage it because we are not gorillas that can actually eat this stuff all day long. We have to do other things with our lives, so we need to create enormous density with our food so that we can go on and do other things. So by the invention of fire or stovetop, we can make do with making wonderful food dense for us to eat. Now what will happen after a little while, if I had a cover, I guess I would cover this up, but I don't, so we'll just kind of leave it as the way it is. And other things that will happen to it is that I'll put some light salt on it, which will also make the flavors come out, because these are just greens, and greens need to actually have flavor, and we have to give it flavor. Now this is potassium chloride, rather than, it has half the sodium, potassium chloride. That means that we can put a lot on it and not be in danger. Also, another good thing that makes this stuff taste good is oil, just regular old oil. So we have just cooking oil, and it'll enhance the flavor substantially. Now, one thing I will not do would be to add any sort of sweetener now. We're going to add the sweetener later on, because greens do need a little bit of sweet. So when we do add the sweetener, we'll turn the heat off, because hot sweet is not a really good thing biochemically as far as some of the reactions that occur. Now, as you can see quite nicely, we've got a large reduction in volume, and this stuff is just about ready to eat. And thank you very much. Continuing on with the cooking class for our Earthsave potluck on May 8th. What we are going to do now is we're going to actually take these are beet tops. They could be any green at all. And with those beet tops, we are going to soak them in oil just a little bit. These beet tops now can be considered to be soaked in oil just a little bit. You see how we're just soaking it in oil. And then after soaking in oil just a little bit, we're also going to add a little bit of salt. So it's got salt and oil, mix it around, and then what we're going to do is put these out on a tray and basically put them in the oven for 350 degrees for about 20 minutes, and we're going to make some beet top chips. So we're going to do that right now. It's that easy. We need to get this stuff into our mouths, and we're going to do it in a tasty manner. Who needs potato chips when you can do beet chips? So that's it. Okay, this is cooking class demonstration number 3 of what to do with these greens. So we have what we call a blender, and we have all kinds of greens. These greens, by the way, are from my neighborhood garden, and they are so fresh and wonderful. This is arugula, this is lettuce, and this is kale. There are some spinach in here, but I just don't know where it is. But there are some wonderful stuff in here. But as you can see, you can spend all day chewing on this stuff. Well, we want the teeth of the blender to do the chewing for us, so we can just drink this down fast. So we've got this filled with about a couple of cups of water. As you can see, this it's just water in there. And as usual, we will add some salt, because salt really adds the flavor. But it's not just salt again, this is potassium salt, so it's safe on your veins, and your blood pressure. And we'll put in oil in there because oil makes things taste so wonderful. And here we go, just dropping in a bunch so that it's lightly in there. We don't want to jam it so hard that the teeth can't turn. Boy, was that easy, but we're not done, so we'll keep on doing that again. We'll just kind of lightly put it down in there again, and get some arugula, get some all the other those wonderful things. It's going to be a medley. Now I can keep going with this for quite some time. So if I just keep on densifying and densifying so it's so dense, then it actually becomes like some sort of a sauce you can put on top of things. You can actually put it on top of toast if you want to, if you make it thick enough. All kinds of options are available. But this is basically how to get the lettuce and densify it very easy. So this is very drinkable. You definitely want to, again, add lots of salt and the oil, and some vinegar might actually make it taste good. And the other thing would be a little bit of sugar, because it needs or some sort of sweetness in order to make it taste really wonderful. So that's the third thing, which is blend it up nice and raw. There you have it.